Hey guys, as always, Digital Pumpkin Cat, and yes, I am on a swing. So, HalloweenCostumes.com did just drop their full lineup, and I am late to it. A lot late. And yeah, I am recording on a swing, so don't mind that. Anyway, yeah, life happens. I had an unexpected road trip, and life happens. So, I couldn't record while I was stuck in a hotel room. So, yeah, I guess I'm recording now. Thank you to you guys for watching, even though it's really late. And yeah, I hope you stay with me through the very end of the video. They did pretty great this year. I'm really happy with their lineup. Let's get started with the Plague Doctor. Alright, so first up here we have the Plague Doctor that a lot of people have been getting, since you know how Halloween Costumes likes to send haunters that talk about them a few gifts. I am not that big to be sent a Plague Doctor, but I would love a Plague Doctor if you are watching this Halloween Costumes. And I do think I will definitely buy a Plague Doctor for myself by the end of the year, either the Home Depot one or this guy. And honestly, I definitely like the Home Depot one better. What I do like about this guy that the Home Depot one doesn't do, or just any Plague Doctors we've gotten in the past, which is not a lot. It's like 2 or 3. But anyway, I like how when he lunges, you can see his neck, his humanoid neck, under his mask. And of course, those hands are exposed. They're not wearing gloves or anything. So you can tell this guy is just a human with a mask. And that's what makes him creepy, in my opinion. What takes away from that creepy factor is, of course, the lights, but that can always be changed. I hate how they make lights flash when they talk, though. It just makes it look cheap and goofy. But also the animation is a big thing about this. Like, why the heck the lunging animation? It would be cool if, like, they did the sort of SVI lunging animation where it lunges in a jump scare and resets. They're just doing this constant motion lunging, which is the same thing for one of our other props that we'll be talking about. And it just doesn't look good on this guy. It looks goofy. Like, yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do. He's, like, against the wall, going forward, going backward, going for, like, what the heck is this guy trying to do to you? It's not scary, and again, it just looks goofy and cheap, and I definitely wish I was changed. On top of that, you can't even hear the phrasing, which is great phrasing in my opinion. That might be what they intended to do, just, like, make it like it's in the olden days, make it old-fashioned, make it turned down, but it does not work. Why get a voice actor if you can't hear what he has to say? Because it's just kind of weird in my opinion. And this prop could be really cool, but at the end of the day, I just find it a cheap gimmick for a Plague Doctor, and we got a much better one. So next up here, we have the prop, I don't know what to call it anymore, that everybody's been hating on. And yeah, I honestly don't really hate these guys. I think they are pretty cool. I did not like both clown props from Home Depot, kind of like triple stack, but Carl was just bad. So, I mean, for some reason, we're getting 3 clown props this year. 4 matters how you think about it. Holding a hammer, so that's pretty cool. These guys are pretty cool, actually. They do remind me a lot of 2 Scoops, but again, it's not a knockoff or anything. They just remind me of that. And, 2-headed clowns, go ahead and do them. I want a 3-headed clown, maybe to not be as close to 2 Scoops, but, like, I don't know, 3 would be pretty cool. Anyway, I'm not talking about make Cerberus into a clown or anything. These guys are pretty cool overall, in my opinion. I do like the hammers. They add a lot of character to these guys. Speaking of character, these both do have a lot of character. I do like their faces, how they're goofy, but also kind of scary at the same time, with those stretched out smiles and the non-pupilled eyes. Love how they do that in clowns. And I love the teeth. Definitely the teeth. Love the color choices. Like the pink-haired one. No, I guess the green one has, I honestly don't know. But I believe the pink-haired one has the green and black color scheme, while the one with green hair has the blue and yellow color scheme. I really love that, and it works on both of them. And I really love how this guy, yeah, basically one character, has 2 personalities since he has 2 heads. That's really, really cool. And their animation is fine. Side to side, go ahead. And I do like how they have springs in their hands, making them have, like, it looks like they have another motor. They're kind of shaking the hammers around, but they don't. And yeah, I'm honestly a pretty big fan of these guys. I don't know where that came from, but I honestly want to purchase these guys for $250. It's not worth it at all. But with a coupon, 15% off, that'll get you down to $212, and I think that's fine for these guys. So overall, I think these guys are a really cool clown prop, and unfortunately, one of the best of this year. So I don't have a lot to talk about this one, but this is definitely the worst prop from HalloweenCostumes.com by far. And in my opinion, the worst prop HalloweenCostumes.com has ever made or carries, for that fact. And that's saying a lot. A lot. Now, this guy, or she, is just a recolor of the 8-foot skeleton, which I honestly don't like the 8-foot skeleton, don't like the 12-foot skeleton. You know, it's a skeleton, big thing. Anyway, they just made it pink. This is not Halloween. This is not Halloween. You can't just take an 8-foot skeleton and make it pink. Like, I don't think I even need to talk about this one, but hey, I just threw it in the video. If they want to make a female character, that's cool. You know, Home Depot does that too. I do like the different genders. But, when Home Depot does it, I'm going to use them as a great example. They, make unique characters. You get, you can always get more money if you make a counterpart for a great animatronic, and I guess the 8-foot skeleton does sell well, so that's what they were doing here. But instead of, making a whole new character, like Jack of Spades and Marie and Dean, they just recolored it and gave it some crappy-ass audio. Just, nothing screams female about this prop to me, besides the pink. It's just so weird. Why make a pink skeleton? And who the hell is going to have a pink skeleton in their yard? I just can't. This guy's got to be my favorite of the lineup, no doubt. And one of my favorites of 2024. And that's saying a lot. There's been some amazing props in this year. And, this guy is totally amazing. Now, of course, when they make a gory prop, I usually go for it, like Rick Ratman. I'm definitely buying this thing. This is amazing. He's 212. He's not 212. He is 220. But when you use that coupon, he's $187. And I think that is amazing. No, I did not just do that in my head. I had a calculator. I cannot ever do that in my head. But he is amazing. The blood is crazy. It's even down to his boots. The detail on this guy's clothing, even without the blood, I love how his apron is dirty and his blue shirt and brown pants is awesome. And honestly, the best butcher prop we have ever gotten. That's also saying a lot. We've gotten Buzzsaw. We've gotten Burlap Whore. We've gotten... Oh, never mind. Barnyard Butcher beats this guy. Second best butcher prop ever made. And I think this guy's just amazing with his hooks. That's such a unique detail. And this guy has a lot of character. Not calling him fat or anything. But I do like how he's a bulky guy. He has a lot of character in terms of just the stuff he has. He has hooks for hands, which we see a lot in, butchers. So I'm excited we're finally seeing it in a butcher that's not Buzzsaw. I think Buzzsaw was, the first to do the buzz for hands and stuff like that. And also the Buzzsaw on his head. I don't know why he would do this to himself, but there is a Buzzsaw built into his head that actually turns, that has a massive amount of gore on it. And also, his jaw is like a bear trap. You cannot get any better than this guy. I'm going to bring up the animation again. It does look kind of cheap, but honestly, it works better here than the Plague Doctor, and it's much more creepy in my opinion. So overall, I think this guy is, again, just amazing and grotesque prop that I never expect Halloween Costumes to bring out to the retail market. So our last 3 props are all going to be licensed props, and what's a better one to start out than the Slimer? From Ghostbusters, again, officially licensed. I think this guy's amazing. The sculpt is just incredible. It almost looks like a pro prop. I do think they still carry the Distortions Unlimited Slimer, even though Distortions doesn't. So it's great that they're selling like multiple Slimer props for those fans. I honestly am not a fan of the Ghostbusters series, but I'm definitely a fan of the characters like Slimer, and I am definitely a huge fan of this prop. Again, greatly sculpted, amazing paint job, especially knowing Halloween costumes, and it's just amazing all around. And our first Slimer animatronic, if you can believe it. I love the arm movement. I mean, mouth movement would be cool, everyone's saying, but it would be cool, but you wouldn't have that same sculpt that it has, you know? Because opening and closing kind of just would ruin the whole prop. And I'm just fine with mouth movement, and I'm just fine with arm movement, and I think it really works for what he's trying to do in the movie and stuff. And of course, the phrasing is ripped right from the movie. This is just one of the most accurate props we have ever gotten, licensed props to a movie, and I really think it is at a great price of $250 for a fully blow molded licensed prop. So our next two props are going to be fully licensed from The Nightmare Before Christmas, including this guy. And of course, you know, if any prop comes out from The Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm going to love him. I mean, it's Weimaraner, and Dr. Finkelstein is no exception. I know people have wanted a mayor and stuff like that. A mayor definitely would be cool. I know people wanted the orchestra. I mean, but I don't know about you guys. I've always wanted a Dr. Finkelstein prop. Thanks to Halloween Costumes and Jemmy for bringing that Dr. Finkelstein character into the retail market. For $250, I definitely think it is pretty pricey. But I mean, think about what you're getting here. I guess it's not that bad, because you're getting a full wheelchair with it. He does have some arm animation, and a good, nice added-in jump scare. I mean, for some people, it probably doesn't count as a jump scare, just the top opening up. But I think it's a pretty good jump scare, and definitely will jump scare a few people. And showing the brain is always cool. I definitely really like how this guy looks. Like the clothes, down to the chair, down to the face. It really looks accurate, and one of the most accurate Jemmy license props of 2024, because yeah, I really, really like this guy. I know he's not a fan favorite of this year, but honestly, I'm really grown to like him, and definitely one I try to purchase, and do try and get that 15% off on this guy, because I do think $250 is a little pricey. But I mean, if you're a Nightmare Before Christmas fan like me, I know this is going to be in my lap theme. So our next and last prop of Halloween Costumes 2024 Halloween animatronic lineup is the No Account Oogie Boogie, officially licensed from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I know we've seen another Oogie Boogie prop in the retail market, and we've seen that at Home Depot for, I believe, 2022, and this guy's definitely really cool because it is a recolor of that guy. But honestly, there's a lot I would change about this guy. First of all, why'd they have to take away the dice? I think the dice is a very iconic piece of Oogie Boogie, and I just think it looked great in the brown one, so why take away the dice in this one? Also, I do want to complain about his price tag. Come on, Halloween Costumes, $350. That really sucks, because I missed my chance on the Oogie Boogie from Home Depot, so it would be great to get an Oogie Boogie prop, but I'm not paying $350 for this guy. Also, I wish he had some more character from the blacklight scene. Like, this is obviously from the blacklight scene. So, you know, if you don't give him his dice, which is fine, but maybe from the blacklight scene you could add something. You know, like how Home Depot added red dice to their boogeyman because he was from that one lava scene, and the red dice were in there. So maybe they could put, like, the blacklight spider coming out of his eyes and coming out of his little, I don't know what you call it, little thing on his head. And you could make it, I don't know, make tears and rips just to show bugs and stuff. And you could put those blacklight too. You could make them blacklight reactive. They could have done so much with this prop from the blacklight scene, but it all ends up to just be a recolor. And while they're at it, they take stuff away from the prop, like the dice. And I do believe it's like lesser quality of mouth movement, because when we do get the close-up, as you can see here, it's the mouth movement isn't even noticeable, unlike the Home Depot one. So honestly, I really do like this guy, but the price and taking away stuff ruins it for me. Of course, I'm going to go crazy over an Oogie Boogie animatronic, but I would just get the 3-foot one from Big Lots for $50. Because, I mean, we're not paying $3.50 for Oogie Boogie. So anyways, guys, that was HalloweenCostumes.com 2024 Halloween animatronic lineup. And like I said before, and I will say it again because I definitely do think they deserve the hype, I definitely think they did amazing this year. And I hope it can be like that next year and years to come, because I do think this year they have showed us they have learned their lessons, sometimes in terms of pricing, but mostly in terms of original ideas, and while they're at it, licensed props. So I definitely applaud HalloweenCostumes.com for that, and I love their lineup this year, and I think they're a very underrated company, and, you know, it's kind of sad that they had to drop their lineup when Home Depot did, because, you know, they're kind of in the shadow of Home Depot right now, and again, not getting too much love in my opinion. So that's why I'm setting out this video, and I definitely think they did amazing, and you know, go check some of their props out. They have pretty decent pricing. I know I'll buy a few. And yeah, thanks for watching. As always, Digital Pumpkin Cat, like and subscribe.